Welcome back. You're watching Morning Express. Today is International Day of Rural Women, and with me here in studio is Helen Kaiseri, Chairperson Ushanga Initiative Kenya. This is an initiative that is a flagship initiative by the national government, a project that is meant to empower pastoralist women involved in beadwork by transforming their traditional art into tradable commodities, and of course for significant economic benefit and sustainable livelihood. Thank you so much for joining us this day. I see you have one of the beadwork products of Ushanga Initiative. Could you please tell us about Ushanga Initiative? What inspired this concept?
Thank you so much for having me. Ushanga Kenya Initiative, as you have rightfully said, is a government flagship project which the government saw it fit to use it as a way of empowering the pastoralist women within 7 pastoralist counties. This is an initiative that was aimed to be able to take services that the government is trying to take down to the rural women, and it fitted so well in that it is using an initiative which is homebred, which is using the skills that the women traditionally have, bead making. This is a skill that most pastoralist women pass it on from mother to daughter, and for a long time it has not been enhanced in a way that it will be of value to them. So the government assigned me to a role to spearhead the program.
Right.
Ushanga Kenya Initiative. We are under the Ministry of Culture and Sports, and we cover 7 pastoralist counties, namely Marsabit, Turkana, West Pokot, Baringo, Narok, Kajiado. There's supposed to be 7. And in all these counties, there is a lot of similarities in that the women are really struggling with so many issues.
Yes.
First of all, these are semi-arid areas.
For sure.
So the weather itself is not friendly. Illiteracy levels are quite high. Of course, in the face of Kenya, some of these counties are the areas that have borne the struggles coming out of conflict zones. So stability and peace is an issue that the women try to struggle with,
yes,
as the whole county is. And also, these are also counties where issues of related to negative traditions, which are detrimental to the health of women and the girls, like FGM, are so prominent, and everyone would look for a way to be able to address these issues.
Yeah.
So Ushanga Kenya Initiative, when we started, that is in 2018, we are partnering with the county government. They have their role whereby they identify, they put the women in cooperatives, and each ward, our aim is to have an Ushanga cooperative at every ward. And once they put them and register them, then we at the national office, we take our trainers and our designers, we take down to them, and we go to the rural of the rural. If it doesn't matter whether there is a hotel for accommodation or not, most of our staff end up staying in just very humble accommodations
Yeah.
to be able to spend time with the women, train them in quality, improving the quality of their beadwork, train them in using the skill to produce products that could be marketed internationally, and also even change their mindset that for them to reap benefits out of this program, they need not just to produce products that are adorned like what I'm wearing, or
Yes.
they need to change them so that the same skill could be used in a very wide way, produce products that can be used even in offices,
Right.
in workshops, seminars, produce products that could be used in their households. So we use the skill and lead them to be able to diversify.
Okay.
And then through that, we now come at the national office with our staff. We try to use the products that we have produced. We market them. Market them through government, market them locally, market them internationally.
Right.
And once we get a market that is opening up, we help them to be able to package the marketing structure and even how to get the products on time and how it can be shipped or taken to the people who need them.
Okay.
Then
so
we pass,
sorry
yes.
to pause you there.
Yes.
At that point
Yes.
where you have gone into the grassroots level,
Yes.
educated them,
Yes.
helped them package their products,
Yes.
how does the money come in? Because economic empowerment has to do with getting
Yes, yes.
cash. Does it come after the fact that you have found a market, or does Ushanga Kenya buy it from them and then find market from them? How does it work so that the women get the monies from their products?
Either way, it can. Like, let me give you an example. Recently, when we had the under 21 Olympics,
Yes.
and we had an order for bracelets, where every participant who came to the Olympics wanted to go back to their country with something showing Kenya.
Yeah.
So what they did is that to secure some funds, and then we got the women from the counties, particular cooperatives, and we gave them an order to produce the products, of course supervised by our staff, and then by our staff, our designers, making sure that they meet the international standard.
Yes.
Then the money was paid direct to the women through the county government to reach the woman, depending on what she was able to produce.
Okay.
So our way of working is that we don't handle money at the national, but once we get an order, then we link the cooperative to produce the products, and once they produce and it is we've seen and secured it, then the money is passed to them, and the women now distribute the money according to how they have produced the products.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, when you talk about galvanizing them into cooperatives, training them, these are women, as you said, who are facing various challenges, lack of education, conflict, sometimes they're escaping FGM or dealing with the consequences of it. There's so many problems. How have you seen the lives of these women in these rural parts of Kenya transformed literally as a result of being economically empowered? Could you give us maybe a case study or a way in which you've seen a community literally change because they have now a way that they are empowered and being engaged to make their own lives better?
There are so many. Maybe I may not pick on one specifically.
Yes.
But we've seen them change in that for a long time, these were women that were not even exposed to other programs that the national government is trying to take down to the citizens.
Okay.
So through this product, when they come and we have meetings with them at their wards, we not only talk Ushanga, we talk of so many other programs that the government is wishing that the women will take up. We talk of issues of the national government funds, which are available, and we try to link them because now they have a product which they can make and sell using the markets that we are opening for them, and be able even to be able to use that funds for that. We also introduce them to the women funds. So we take the government, the officers whose role is to give the women funds to the groups. Since we have already, set the cooperatives, and this is a very legal entity,
yes,
then they meet the requirements, whereas before they were not meeting it.
Right.
We even talk of issues of girls' education, and even them to be able to understand the value of what it is what are the values of retaining your girl in school, addressing the needs so that that girl can improve in her performance. We talk to them and try to open their minds to opportunities that are there.
Yeah.
We even go ahead and talk of these cultural practices, which of course have been the face of the pastoralist rural woman. And we would wish that those negative ones would be erased from the face and just take up what is positive, like what they are able to do.
Like the beadwork.
Like the beadwork.
Yeah. So my question is, when it comes to these communities, they're basically patriarchal communities.
Yes.
How do you manage to go against some of the views that are heavily patriarchal, and some of the people who feel like a woman's place might be at home taking care of kids?
We have faced those challenges, but you see, you just need to build confidence within the community. The men at first, of course, when they see that women are now earning, an income is coming direct to them, you would see them hanging around like, why am I not the one being paid?
Yeah.
But we have assured them, we try to assure them that once this woman, she's the one who is signed, so she's the one who is to sign for the money. But once she takes the money home, the benefit of the family.
Yeah.
And we try to make sure that we have also involved them in our discussions, and we use the leadership, like the MCAs, the ward reps, so that we are, they get confidence that we are not really taking them away from what was supposed to the structure of government. Yes.
Of course, that's very important, and of course, changing mindsets also. And of course, in the future, what do you hope to achieve as you look towards building this into a bigger movement? What do you hope to achieve?
We hope to achieve a level of empowering our pastoralist women. We hope to achieve an awareness that they are also productive in their own way, and they can produce to bring value to improving the economic base of our country.
Right.
And this is an untapped resource.
Yes.
And we see it as a wonderful opportunity, and we see it growing. And particularly everybody we have worked with or tried to network with gets so excited that for a long time we didn't know that this is something that can be turned into an economic value.
Yeah.
So we hope to change the mindset of the rural women to understand that they can have an economic and even change the way they take care of their families, influence even the nutrition of their children, influence the education of their children, influence their own self, even their health. We even talk of NHIF when we go for that training. We try to talk to them that take up these cards. This is the way the government is looking for ways of making sure that you are able to pay for hospital bills.
Yes.
So we use that to be able to talk to them in a holistic way of all things that could be of benefit to them. Yeah.
Okay. And as we conclude, what would you, also before that, if maybe there's someone who's looking to invest or